The powerful thing is if you just create space to actually dream big and think about what you actually want, you automatically start moving towards that because your brain is predictive. And taking that time to just think, what do I actually want is so powerful. And
Yep.
that leads me to your philosophy, which you
Mhm.
summarize as try life on, right?
Yeah.
Like, tell me about that.
Brother, you and I and everybody listening in general, we all went to school, grade school, high school, college, all that. Do you remember when we were in kindergarten, my man, and we threw paint on the walls and we would color stuff and markers and eat glue, and we were dreaming. We were mobile. We were having fun. We were trying new things constantly in kindergarten and maybe first grade. And then you get to middle school, or your elementary school, middle school, compliance started to kick in. Yes, sir, no, sir. Yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Take this permission slip home, sit forward. Johnny, stop speaking. Please raise your hand when you have a question. Something happens there. And then we get into high school and college, and the worst thing happens, in my opinion. We need education. I'm not downing education. I'm downing the style that which it happens. What happens in high school and college is you and I compete with each other. We got to be the MVP. We got to be the valedictorian. Who's the prom king and queen? Who's the AP class number one? Who's going to the Ivy League school? So we start funneling ourselves into a system, and it really does translate into adult life where Adam and Mo work for the same company and we're vying for the same position, so we compete with each other. We get so locked into these titles, getting these titles and salaries, that I think we forget to try life. The whole point of working in the first place was so you can go live as intended. So you could plug in and do things around the world as you were intended to do. When I tell you that I was a senior executive at a company, real estate investor, restaurant owner, failed at a coffee shop, traveled to 100 countries, became a street cop, was a federal agent, started being an actor, now built an investment firm, I'm not competing with anyone. I was just creating life and building lifestyle and going after things unapologetically. And we forget. I love us as adults, but sorry, we forget to dream. We forget that the whole purpose of being here was to plug into life planet as intended. So that's my notion of try life on. When people see my quote unquote life resume, if you want to call it that, they're stunned. If I tell you, hey, Adam, last weekend I got on a plane and I went to Beirut for 3 days and I came back. That's far. No, not really. Adam, in 2019, I went to the Finnish Arctic 5 times, and 2 or 3 of those times was just for 2 days from DC. That's crazy. No, it's not crazy. It's trying life on. It is going to the airport and getting on that bus, which is really a plane. I call a plane a bus with wings, and going to the place where you need to go do things. So I demystified the airport. I learned how to travel hack to get all over the world. I am trying to express to people that you can try life on in so many unique and valuable ways. And I have developed hacks and tricks, and it's based off of 5 principles: time freedom, geographic freedom, financial freedom to execute your purpose, becoming a police officer just to exist, do some good things in my neighborhood, and freedom to build meaningful relationships. Brother, if we're in the office on K Street in those 4 walls from 7 a.m. to 9 p.m., we don't have the freedoms to go connect with the atoms. You don't have a freedom to go build a new relationship with someone outside of what you do on a day-to-day basis. So I encourage people to build those meaningful relationships. But those are the principles that push this concept of trying life on through lifestyle design, through forming what it is that you actually want to get done in this lifetime, because we only have 28,000 days on average to do it. So that is the try life on concept. And I have developed these methods to help people build into what it is that they are actually trying to do, building the lifestyle that they don't need a vacation from.
There's so much there, dude. There's so much there. Yeah, it's so good. I was nodding right along with you. And then when I was reading your bio before this, I was like, oh my God, I'm pumped. I just love the phrase, try life on, right? For me, it sounds like you have found ways to lower the barrier
Yeah.
to trying something. And
Yeah.
I'll speak for myself. Like, I'm a huge fan of envisioning, obviously. I talk about it all the time on the podcast. And I love dreaming big and having a big vision for my life. But sometimes that big vision overwhelms me and paralyzes me because I don't know how to get started. And in a lot of ways, I do try life on, like the podcast, right? I made
Yeah.
it into a big thing. And then I have a good friend of mine, Rashawn, who has a real gift at hearing what I'm saying and then cutting it down to the absolute essence and says, just invite a guest.
Hey guys, this is Maurice, host of the Try Life On podcast, and thank you for listening to another episode. I hope you are finding it useful in helping you design your own lifestyle that you don't need a vacation from. If that's the case, please consider dropping a review for me, whether in Apple, iTunes, or in Spotify. Drop a review, put some stars on it, give me some feedback on how I can make the podcast better, what information you are looking for. I am doing my best to get information to you on the Try Life On principles, the 5 freedoms, how to build lifestyle, travel hacking, all of it. And I want to do it for you. So please do a review for me. And until next time, my name is Maurice Philogene, and this is the Try Life On podcast. Peace.